Morning, everyone. Hey, good morning. I uh, I didn't do Bible study last night. I did a little yoga and the cats, man, they fucking started going crazy, dude. Fucking freaking out last night. They were sick, man. They are sick. The gray cat, the big one, man, its nose is just draining. It's got that respiratory infection and nose infection, eye infection, and I gotta get up every 4 hours, fucking every couple hours, and I gotta put ointment in their eyes because their eyes will close up and scab up, goop up, Can't have that. And it's cooler in the house today. I can't even check the weather like I usually do with my laptop. My desktop. I gotta start working on this computer, man. I got so much going on. I gotta download Open Weather, get all those things, and then I still gotta I gotta figure out how much data I'm gonna start pulling. Because I gotta figure out how much I'm gonna be paying, and I gotta figure out what kind of satellite I'm gonna use. Satellite system. That's the hardest part. There's only a couple out there that offer internet worldwide. And then that's another reason why I need my ham radio because worst comes to worst, I gotta be able to have I gotta be able to communicate in case of emergency around the world. And the kitty's gotta go back in the room. Because I gotta pull all this furniture out. And I don't need them going outside. And I need to put on my slippers or something, which I don't even know where those are at. I'll put these. No, those got shit all over it. Man. I'm putting on my shoes without socks. Fuck it. Yeah, it's definitely cooler outside. I gotta hurry up and get the stuff out. It's already 8:30. Alright, so let's go. Man, my head hurts. I don't hurry, it's too early. I just woke up, and I'm already doing computer stuff. I gotta download stuff. Alright, sudo. And you put in the password. Alright, I gotta download Open Weather map, so apt-get install Open Weather, if I can spell it right. Open Weather. That's probably Open Weather map. That's probably what it's called. Fuck, what's the name of it? It wants me to upgrade. It wants me to upgrade, that's why. So, well, that's not why. I don't know the name of the package, but I went to go open up Synaptic and it's asking me to upgrade. So it's got a bunch of updates. So I just typed in apt-get space upgrade, and then it contacted the server wherever it is, whether it's a university or whatever. It doesn't matter where it is. Well, it does, but it doesn't. Then it's going to ask me after this operation, do you want to install 1,168 kilobytes of additional disk space? Yes. I'm going to hit Y, hit enter, and it's going to go ahead and contact it. Yeah, see, it is .edu MX Linux. It's a university. Most of the time, they're universities. Most of them. So they upgraded. We'll just do an app-get update just to double check anything. The cats are going crazy, but and then we're gonna clear. If I can't type, I gotta wake up, and then we'll exit. Because then now we're going to restart the computer. Even though most of the time you don't have to restart the computer on Linux when you update like Windows, unless it's like a kernel or something. But I still do it, just I know cats. I know I gotta get them food. Oh man. Got lots of stuff to do today. I'm excited to get in the Bible today. I actually have some rest today. I feel good. I'm happy. I recovered from staying up for 3 days with these cats. I'm going to be good today. I'm happy. I'm very happy. And somebody messaged me about my motor last night at 2:30 a.m. I woke up and looked at it, so that kind of makes me happy because that tells me most likely it's a car guy, and that car guy is looking for parts, for his project most likely, or he's fixing something, I need something, that I have. So hopefully, that guy messages me back. I said, yeah, I got it for sale. Still, I told him one person came and looked at it. That was it. And then some girl messaged me last night at like 8:30 on Facebook Marketplace about that snowblower that Broham Bill brought over, which he said he's gonna split with me. So I listed it for $60, and the girl already messaged me about it. Says that she wants it. So we'll see if she actually shows up. We'll see if she actually shows up. That'd be nice. Be cool. I told Broham Bill if she does show up and we get that $60. I told him my $30 that he's giving me, we're gonna go to lunch, and I'm gonna pay for lunch, which I'm gonna go to Sandy's on the Beach, that restaurant I showed you guys the other day, walking by. Yeah, I need something to drink bad. I gotta feed these cats first though, before I do anything. I know you guys are behind the door. I knew it. Move. Luvia. Drive me crazy. The baby will be fine. I'd say about 2 hours ago, I woke up, fed the baby. I fed them too. They only ate a little bit. And then I fed the baby, which Minyana is actually eating good. And the other two are still babies as well. They were still on the nipple, I think. Because even though they're eating hard food, when I pull out the little squeegee thing and they're around me and I start feeding Minyana, they still have that kitten in them. So I opened up their mouth and I started feeding them with the squeegee thing, and they're still biting like kittens. So that's a good thing though, because that means Minyana will have a chance to be a kitten with kittens. You know what I'm saying? She won't. They'll get a bond. So I have 5 cats. I gotta try to keep all of them bonded together. It's very difficult, especially the gray one. Lilo has a really bad chest infection and nose infection, sinus infection. So she keeps on running off because she's sick. She don't feel good. She doesn't want to be around other cats because they're running around and keep on playing with her, and she just wants to sleep. So that, and I can't allow that. I can't allow her to be away from the other cats for long periods of time because then they're going to have disassociation issues. And I can't have that because they're separate litters. And if in case they were separate litters, if they weren't, that's even worse because that tells me that the babies were ditched at a really young age, you know? That I'm happy I saved one, that's all I know. I'm happy I was able to save one. Made my day. Made my week, actually. It's been a while since I've been able to do anything like that. So, miss serving and doing things like that. That's why I'm going out to the sea, man, and that's why I'm going out to the sea as well, man. I want to help, you know. There's things I want to do out there that are going to be awesome, amazing. People are going to love seeing this stuff. It's going to be amazing. Beautiful day out. Beautiful. And it's still cooler outside, so it's nice. God is good, man. I talk to him all the time. I talk to him personally, though, because when you start, listen, that lady yesterday, right, that started speaking in tongues over me, you know, she's definitely born of the Spirit. A lot of people that aren't born of the Spirit don't understand that stuff, don't have an open heart, and they think we all look retarded. So I try not to do that. I don't. I talk to them in here because a lot of people will take it as they're putting on a show. And that's why Jesus always went to pray by himself. So, you know, in the Bible, it always says that Jesus went to go talk to God by himself because he wanted to talk to God in voice, you know, and like this, you know, because God is everywhere, you know, God is everywhere. No matter where you are, he is everywhere, and he is in everything. He is in us, so he knows what it is we're gonna say because he's the one that pushes us to say it in a sense. He wants you to answer his call, man. He does. He wants everyone to answer his call, man. It's time. People, listen, man. People are tired. People are tired. I'm not the only one. I'm not. People are tired of it. People want God. People want to be with him. You know, I ask to be with him all the time. Sometimes I ask him, take me, man, take me from here, man. I can't do this, you know. And what's funny is he actually took one. He took Enoch. Supposedly Enoch was the only one. But there's a lot of books that were taken out of the Bible, that were lost. They weren't taken out, but I don't believe they were taken out deliberately. You know, but there's a lot of things that we don't know that the God has been kind of pushing me, enlightening me on these things, along with like the yoga, you know, like I get tired of all these people like saying like, oh, all these different religions. Listen, man, there's only one way. Jesus is the only one way. And if you even look at all the ancient history and ancient stuff, we don't even know everything. We don't. This world is so fucked up and corrupt, it makes me irritated that why wouldn't anybody want God anyways to be here to fix this? It's terrible, man, all the stuff I'm seeing, man, and you know, the hurt that I deal with, and you know, everyone else, you know, and it's not just me, you know? It's not just me, it's everyone, man. Listen, God is here. God has been here. God never left. God never left. God has been here the whole time. But I'm here to help, you know, I'm here to help people find who Jesus is, you know. That whisper in the wind, I call it. The Careless Whisper, that song, there's a reason for it. They call it Careless Whisper, and a reason because people are careless to listen to it. You gotta listen to that small whisper in your heart. And that's what my book is all about. You know, that's, you know, part of the title. I'm not gonna tell you guys the whole title, because, you know, but it will be published hopefully this year. I have a feeling it's not going to be, though. Because the last chapter of my book, the last chapter to be written, I really want the experience of traveling, with Jesus, you know, because, you know, I've traveled a lot, you know, I've been around a lot, I've seen a lot, but, those times when I was around, you know, I traveled around, I wasn't, you know, I had faith, of course, you know, I had an ego, I mean, come on, you know, I served, and, you know, I've had ran multiple businesses, and, you know, I've done many things, you know, but traveling now with Jesus, it's, having a relationship that I have now with Jesus, and in my yoga and stuff, and, you know, these spiritual retreats that I'm going to be doing, people show up, you know, people come to my house, they know, you know, that's the thing with crazy, when you start worshiping Jesus, you start doing yoga and stuff, it's weird, it's like, your solar plexus, you know, starts, whatever you imagine, whatever you can imagine, whether, like, you dream of, it just comes to you, you just got to be patient, you got to pray for it, you know, set yourself up in a position to where you can stay in a place for a little while, you know, and get time to yourself, you know. That was the reason why I got this home, you know, with my dad, because I needed time for myself, you know, and I wanted to make it work with my dad, but it didn't work out. But that's fine. That's not an issue. You know, it is what it is. You know, I don't have my father in my life right this in a minute, but it had to have happened, because the reason why he isn't in my life was because of the pain and all the bullshit that we both went through, you know, living together all these years, and it was never spoken about. It was never dealt with. It was never brought up to the surface. All that pain was always just buried, stuck deep down, you know, in there, and fucking, when I brought it out, because of Jesus told me, look, if you want to heal, you want to move on, you got to talk about it. You better go talk to them. And I went to go talk to them, and they didn't want to talk. So, you know, whatever. It is what it is, you know, and I'm moving on, you know. I can't stay. I love this home. I don't want to leave this home, but it'll keep me from traveling. And it's not my dream. I was never planning on staying here permanently in the first place. That's why, you know, I had my dad sign the lease. I didn't sign the lease on purpose, because I knew, I had my two older brothers I got to deal with as well. And my two older brothers, Christopher, I mentioned in another video, one of my other videos, he rode my dad, him and his wife rode my dad, rode his dad, if you want to be technical, for like 15 years, man, in a house just like this, but way bigger property. Man, he was paying the bills. He was paying everything. The house was his. The bills. Dude, these people lived for free for 15 years almost, man. And I'm not talking just them. I'm talking them and their kids. And I'm talking about whoever else was in that house, friends and, his wife's family. You know what I mean? My dad took care of them all. All of them worked 3 jobs, man. Sometimes 3 jobs, most of the time 2, but sometimes 3 jobs to provide for all of this. And they never given him a penny back. And when I came back, when I come home and said, hey, I want, my dad was like, I want to live with you. It wasn't just me. My dad agreed. My dad wanted to live with me. My dad wanted to be with me. Until I started talking Jesus, started speaking the truth. But I told Chris, the house, listen, man, my dad had 50,000 into that house, right? The house, they bought it for 70,000, okay? And this was when the market was low. Because of COVID, the market went up high. The house sold for 120,000, man. You do the math. That's 50 G's my dad made. My dad made 50 G's off that house, okay? And my dad was in bankruptcy. My dad went from, my stupid brother had him thinking that his wife was going to get back together with him because the reason why that house is even fucked up is because first they didn't take care of it. It was all moldy. The basement kept on flooding because they didn't want to run a sub pump. Instead of spending the money on a sub pump and getting the basement fixed, and the house was beautiful. It was worth fixing up. It was a brick home, that's why. It wasn't like this, shit. It wasn't a piece of shit home like this where, it's just wood and siding. It was a real brick home. Brick homes last. If they burn, all you gotta do is replace the top and the walls are still there. The bricks, they get hot, guess what? Makes them stronger for the most part. As long as they don't get too hot, it's a beautiful home and they ruined it. And they were going to make my dad stay in bankruptcy, lose the house. My dad would have still been in bankruptcy, never made any money. They would have lost the house anyways because of them being stubborn and fighting in ignorance. Just for no reason. Because they don't want to do anything for themselves. So I ended up having to beat up my brother. I beat up my older brother and fucking made my dad sell the house. My dad made fucking 40 grand, 50 grand, He made 40 because he gave 10 to fucking my stupid brother. And what did my stupid brother go do? Go buy fucking 26-inch rims for a stupid truck. Huh. Fucking ignorant, dude. Like, dude, alright, I got 20s on my truck, right? I'm not black, right? I'm sorry. I lived in the hood. I grew up in Brightmoor. I'm half black from the waist down if you want to be funny about it. But I'm not going to ride around with 26-inch rims to look cool. First of all, it looks like shit unless it's on the right car, in the right truck. The truck don't even drive right unless you do the suspension right. And you threw them on a stock fucking 1500 truck, 26-inch rims, while the whole fucking bumper is fucking completely crushed in. So instead of him buying a bumper that he fucked up to make the truck look nice, you know what I mean, actually have a bumper and keep the stock wheels, maybe get some real tires instead of, buying fucking pizza cutters. Those rims aren't good, man. They're nice to show off, but they're not good for the winter. It's a truck, man. You don't buy a truck to show off. You buy a truck to work. You buy a truck to off-road in, I bought that truck to beat on. I'm not going to go throw 26 inches on there, you know what I mean? The biggest I'll throw on there is 33s, and I had 33s. But that was off-road tires. It was all tire with 15-inch rims. I'm going on the sand dunes, you know what I mean? There's a purpose for it. I'm not riding around the hood looking like a fucking gangbanger, fucking drug dealer, fucking. That's what my brother tries to be, and he's not. He don't even sell drugs. So why are you riding around in a car that looks like you're trying to sell drugs? I'm just saying that's what everybody thinks of. That's them boys that are in the hood driving around like that. They're real gangsters. They got 30-inch rims on their car and they're slapping in a fucking Impala, you know, with fucking 412s, and they got a fucking kilo of coke in the back with a fucking 9mm pistol. And I know half of those people because I dealt with half of those people. I would get business from them. I would put it in my hand, please, your boy Retro needs some money. Boy, I tell him, man, you better give me some. I'll go tell on you. Shit, you don't give me some shit. You ain't put me to work, shit. I'm telling. You better put me to work. They're gonna put me to work. It's a joke. I wasn't telling, but you get what I'm saying? I was eager. I was young. Put me to work. And listen, they put me to work. They put me to work. And my family, what's funny is, my family will say, oh, you haven't done this, you haven't done that. You think I would have told my family any money I fucking made? Fucking stupid. All that fucking money I made, man, I didn't fucking tell anybody, man. I fucking spent it all. Fucking went out with women, man. Why do you think I had nice cars and stuff, man? You know, I had nice things, you know. How do you think I opened up a business, you know, when I was young? I was, you know, doing stupid shit. No way I could open up a fucking cell phone business. You know, where do you think I got $30,000 from? You know, I didn't fucking have $30,000. Someone just didn't give me $30,000 to open a business. You know, and the money I was getting, you know, people don't know. People don't know who my family, they're funny. My family's funny. But, you know, God worked it all out, you know. You know, that's Roman. I keep on getting, there's so many scriptures, you know. Romans 8:28 is actually, for all those who love the Lord, all things work out according to his purpose. That's one of my favorite. I keep on saying it's in Matthew 11:28, but it's not. That's Matthew 11:28 is the scripture I came to God with. It says, "Come to me for those who are all weary, for my burden is light. You know, I'll make your heart. If your heart is heavy, he will make your heart light," he said. But a lot of people misrepresent. People don't understand what that scripture is saying. They think it says just to come to him. It doesn't say to come to him. It says to work for him, because it says bind yourself to me as a yoke. And if you look up the word yoke and translate it, it's the wooden piece that connects to the oxen that drags the plow to till the field. So he's telling you right there that you must work for him. Not only will you must come to him, you know, in spirit and truth, and ask for forgiveness, you know, and ask him to come into your heart. You gotta work for him, man. And it's hard to work for him at first. Because the way people act, you know, and but that's also why I'm doing these videos. You know, I'm doing these retrospect Bible studies, and you guys are in on my life, because I do full-time ministry. I do, and it's the hardest thing to do. Full-time ministry is not easy, bro. It's harder than a $1 billion, $1 million organization to run. It is. Because you're not, when you're relying on God for everything, instead of, you know, doing it your way, I'm praying, I'm fervently talking to God constantly, working on him, waiting on him. And like this house, for instance, right? I know I gotta be out, right? I'm getting papers for my dad to be out, you know. He basically has a warrant. And he won't answer his phone. I don't know what to do about it. God tells me, well, stay here, you know. You know, I'm on his time, you know, this house. And then I tell him, like, Lord, I got to be gone, you know, like, he always tells me, what do you mean you got to be gone? I own everything. I own that home. I own the world. I own the universe. Everything is on my time. Retro. No, I say hello, you know. That doesn't mean I still worry, you know what I mean? I still want to get this stuff done, you know. And then he always, you know, that's when he tells me, You were weak. Stop being so weak. You know, you must have faith in me and what it is that I'm having you do. Because this dream of mine isn't like, it's my dream, but all these things that I'm doing, tying together and stuff, and other people dreams together, listen, man, it's God. That's God right there. There's no way that, because before, there's no way I'd even have the knowledge or the what's the word for it? The ambition, or let alone the wanting to deal with the bullshit, knowing all the bullshit I'm about to deal with because of people. I'm not looking forward to it in a sense, man. I'm not. You gotta remember, people think Jesus was nice, man. Jesus dealt with the worst of the worst of the worst fucking people, man. Saul was a killer, murdered people. He would rape people. He would run up in homes and pillage villages. Oh, you kick my dog, you pillage my village, and you rape my people. Oh! That's what he did, you know? He went into those villages, and that's, you know, he killed Christians. He killed worshipers. Jesus blinded them for 3 days. That's after he died, after the resurrection. Yeah, it's crazy, man. You gotta read the Bible. You got to. It's gotta be the most wonderful thing. There's Hoochie Mama. Hoochie Mama. That's great grandma. That's great grandma of the kitties I got in my room. You got mom back there, and then you got grandmama. She gets around, man. I see her. She moves. She does. I've seen her a couple blocks. I haven't seen her past a couple blocks. She usually stays around. I'm gonna try to get her to come up to me this time. Mama kitty. Mamas. Kitty, 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 kitty. Mama kitty. She's almost come up to me the other day, a couple weeks ago. Mamas. No, not happening. I bet you if I had some treats, she would. She double looked at me. See if I was still following her. I'm happy all the cats are not behind his house no more, all the sick ones. So, that's good. Rich, I think there's got to be some type of bacteria infection going on in this area, because the cats had it, the baby cats had it, and then there's a blind possum over here that has cataracts in the back, and I feed it in the day. It comes out during the day. If I put anything that's really, that smells really good, that they can smell it, or she can smell it, it comes out. It comes out during the day, and possums don't come out during the day. So that tells you how blind it is. So, I think it might have died, though. I think it might have died out there. I think it got hit. Because I haven't seen it, and, I don't know. But, I don't know why I disconnected that. I'm about to listen to some music. I gotta get all this stuff out. I wanted to do yoga last night. And I tell you guys I'm going to be doing this stuff. Bear with me, man. This is why I call it Life Stories Perspectives. It's life, man, And I got these kids, I got 5 kids now. And they're babies, and they're yelping. I got to change diapers and feed them and shit, That type of shit. So, it's kind of messing everything up. Which, now that I got the cats, I don't think I'm going to be going on the trails with 5 cats. It looks like I might be looking for a sailboat still in Michigan, and hoping that I find finding an ocean-going vessel that somebody sailed up here, and they don't want to sail it back down. They're done. They're ready to sell it. Maybe they're ready to move on. Get a bigger boat or something. It happens all the time, so I gotta get on the internet too, and start searching. I haven't been on the internet. I've been doing this, selling stuff. I've been dealing with people. That's why I really want to just get the boat and hunker down. I want to get in the marina so I can finish my programming. I want to finish my program for everyone. So I can start running my full-time ministry and start paying people. People can start earning money. I can start earning money. Yeah. Which I'm going to be selling Bibles soon. With special Bibles. I'm going to be making my own covers. So I'm going to be buying Bibles in wholesale, and certain kinds that I like, that I believe will be a benefit to people that purchase them for study purposes that are within my organization. If you work for me, you will get one for free, along with t-shirt and a few other things as well, along with access to the system software. You'll be able to do many things with it, which will be discussed and when I have my open house talks. Anyone that works with me, that works for me, works for the organization, works for Jesus within LSPC, it's mandatory once a month. You mandatory that you got to see me. So I don't care if you got to get a plane, if you got to walk, you got to steal a skateboard, you got to fucking trudge through the snow. You don't show up that month, there's no excuses. You don't work for me no more. If something happens, you got to give me a heads up. There's no problem. If you can give me a reason, why you can't be there, and it's a legit reason, and you have, proof of what it is that you say happened, which the only time I'm going to really ask you for that if I think you're on some bullshit, which there should be no reason to be on bullshit because this isn't a job. So this is a dream, a career. This is ministry. So money, everything, that stuff will be split evenly, 50-50, upon whatever it is. Everything will be fair. It depends. If you're doing business with me, then that's different. If you're doing ministry for me and working within the app, you'll know everything. Everything will be clear and cut to the point. You'll know exactly what it is you're doing, exactly what it is you're getting, and what exactly it is you're doing it for. And you'll have access to this stuff on your phone. So you'll be working for Jesus in a sense, for us, the organization, but through the phone. The business, your phone will be everything. Listen, you're gonna have to find a good phone until I get my own phones rolled out. Just make sure you get a decent Android. As of right now, no iPhone support. I will have iPhone support, Apple support. I will be running Apple phones. Which my personal phone, I will be having an Apple phone and an Android phone. I use an Android as of right now because it's Linux. And I love Linux. And I will have an Apple phone eventually as well, which is Unix. And I love Unix, which is even better than Linux in my opinion. Simple fact because of proprietary. Other than that, no, Linux has definitely got Unix beat. It's the same thing. There is no difference, really. And all it is just language, computer language, just the alphabet and code written in different languages. People make up their own language, just like when we talk. We have, there's many different languages. They make up their own language. That's why, like God, he talks in his own language. And I've been, like the lady that came by, she started speaking in tongues, and it was crazy. I thought she was like an alien, man. Like, she wasn't even speaking like anything from I've ever heard traveling the world or like any culture. She was speaking alien, for sure. It was crazy to me. And it even said that fucking in Acts, which was one of my favorite, books. All of them are Bible's my favorite book, period, hands down, period. It said that on Pentecost, when Jesus promised the disciples that he would come back to return or whatever, it says that 3,000 people at 9 o'clock in the morning, over 4 people wrote this, by the way. 4 people testified of this and said that They were in a port. They were in a port of Greece, right? You gotta remember, they're in a port of Greece. You gotta remember, Italy was the #1 melting pot. I'm trying to think of the words. It was the melting pot of Europe. There were so many different languages spoken there, so many different cultures that come in and out from port, from sailing, migrating, traveling and stuff, from, marketing, Silk Road type shit, you know what I mean? So not everybody understood each other, just like me and Margarita. We had a very hard time communicating sometimes with certain things because she spoke Mexican and I spoke English. So, with, Polish, broken Polish, and, her broken English and her fluent Spanish, her Mexican. It's Spanish, but it's Mexican. She's Mexican. It's a little different. Same, but different. Pentecost happened. All 3,000 people were able to understand each other in all different languages. That's crazy. That's insane if you think about it. They understood, dude. They understood everything. That's why I said yesterday, the lady that come, right? The lady that come and she started speaking over the house, right? Even though I didn't understand what she was saying right away, I knew that the spirit can work, that he can work words, he can twist them, he can flip them, he can switch them on, switch them off. He can, even though I don't understand what that meant or what that lady said, that was prayed over me, that was power, that was energy, that was healing. She healed, she blessed this home. She came in this home and blessed this home. And that woman, who I've been telling you, bless your home. The first thing you do when you go into your home, the first thing you do is you get rid of anything negative, anything that has any bad thoughts of bad past promises or hurt from relationships, whether it's clothes or items. Those are the first things that gotta go. They gotta go immediately. The second thing is you walk around the house and you bless the home. You say, you cover this home in Jesus' blood, and cover it. Cover this home in Jesus' blood. And the reason why I say that is because in the Old Testament, before God sent the plagues through because of his people, and they were being used and manipulated and raped, and he was tired of it. He was tired of it, and he wanted to show his power. So that's why he pulled him out, and he told him to put the blood along the doorway, above the doorway. So when he comes through, he knows that they know not to go in that home. It was a sign. It was a sign. It was a symbol. It wasn't that he didn't know that they were in there. He knew they were in there. It's God. It was a symbol. To wash the house of blood, to cleanse yourself of blood. That he's going to clean this. He's going to clean the blood. Life is in the blood. It's all in the blood. Without blood, we can't live. That's why Jesus sacrificed himself. God used to love the sacrifice. He used to smell the blood and the sacrifices of the animals. It used to excite him. It made him happy. That's why they sacrificed back then. There was many other reasons as well, which I'll be going over, slowly. But we don't sacrifice anymore. God, he said, I'm going to instill the Bible in your heart. I'm going to instill the Spirit in your heart, the Spirit of love in your heart. I'm going to instill sacrifice in your heart. That's why we sacrifice now. We sacrifice for Jesus. We sacrifice for him. We find love in him. We find suffering in him. We find joy in the suffering for working for him. That's why you find these Christians that are happy, because they find a purpose. The suffering, they enjoy it. I love the pain. I put myself through pain and suffering and all these complications and play downs and people risking to kill me because I'm helping Jesus. And it makes me happy. There's nothing that could make me any more happier than this. And I will do this to the day I die. And we don't even die. We go to sleep. We only sleep temporarily until Jesus comes. And then we will all rise. As soon as everybody says his name on this earth, as soon as everyone says his name on this earth, says his name, his song, praises him, everyone will rise. That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee. As soon as everyone on this earth starts praising his name and says, Jesus, save me, says his name, God will return. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Makes sense, don't it? But I don't want that to happen. A lot of people pray for Jesus to come back. I don't. Why? It's going to be a bad day. It's not going to be a good day. You know how many people don't accept Jesus? How many people that are going to run to and fro? It even says it in the Bible. It says that when Jesus comes back, people are going to run to and from. They're not going to know what to do. They're going to hide under the rocks instead of ask for forgiveness. They're going to try to hide in caves instead of ask for forgiveness. They're not going to be able to go nowhere. It says God's glory is so bright and so pure that when he comes comes in the sky, right, and comes over the land, that all the people on the land are going to run. They're not going to hide. They're going to try to hide in these houses, in the caves, under the ground. It says, the Bible literally says they're going to be so scared, they're not going to have anywhere to go, right? A human is going to lift up a rock like this, right? And try to climb under it and hide under it. What's that going to do? It ain't going to do nothing. And then it says that people that love Jesus, the people that love God, that worship him, are all going to be fine. They're all going to be lifted up into glory, into the cloud, into the cloud of glory, and be risen into heaven, into the heavens, which there's more than one heaven. There's many heavens. There's many mansions. And Jesus says God prepared many mansions, many rooms for you. There's not just one place. We all are going to different places. That's why I said in another video, make sure you spend the time with your family you have now, because you may not be with that person when you go. That's facts. But I'm going to go. I got to upload this. I got to get all this out. It's time. I got to eat. I got to smoke. Get ready. And I got to fucking figure out how to do laundry today. It's starting to smell. So I'll see you guys a little bit, y'all. Take care. God bless. Sound like a country bumpkin saying y'all, but it's all good. I'll see you soon. Peace out, guys.